I'm freaking out a bit after hearing Henrik Berg say Bitcoin could crash below 30K after hitting 120K. He's talking about Bitcoin moving with risky stuff like NASDAQ, a huge US recession coming, worse than 1929, no more liquidity after a big peak, Bitcoin's past 75% drops, weird signals in treasury yields, 2-year, 10-year uninverting. I'm super bullish. You want to keep my 3 Bitcoin, but I'm honestly thinking of selling 2 with your 160K plus target for 2025 and all the ETF and whale action. What do you think of Zeberg's crash idea? Could it really tank that bad? First of all, my Bitcoin prediction was $119,000, and I made that in 2023 for 2025. So we've already checked that box. But let's get into a bunch of the data. First of all, you're not the first person to ask this. Neil 3, you asked it twice. I saw both. Anyway, let's get into this guy. His name is Henrik Berg. And he is what they call a perma bear. In 2020, he had an astrological double zigzag pattern, wave C. As you know, I've completely debunked Wyckoff. I actually made COVID infection rate map to a Wyckoff chart once, way back in the day. So I'm not one giving into that. But back in 2020, he predicted $1,750 Bitcoin. Okay. And that would be for a long-term bottom and driven by deflationary bust. Interesting. And he has a report to scare the hell out of everybody. Also, he talks both ways. He says, oh, we're going to go to the moon and we're going to go all the way to the bottom basement dwelling, as you can imagine, all over the place, all over the shop. Likes to use blow-off tops and absolutely deathly bear markets that last forever. And his latest one is a target 4K. It's an inverse chart, but now he predicts we go down to $4,000 in 2027. Yeah, if you are not aware of what's going on and you saw that, you'd be pretty terrified. And he quotes Peter Schitt. Peter says, tokenized gold will eat Bitcoin's lunch. I mean, the cope on this guy is unbelievable. I shouldn't be even giving him oxygen, but Henrik Berg loves him. So when you see these two aligned, all your questions are answered. And I call him the alarmist chartist. Berg, he has a history of premature bearish calls. Again, 1750 in 2020. He always expects a bad recession and a job apocalypse from AI. We'll talk more about that. He might be half right on that one. And he is an alarmist with 45 wrong depression predictions. There's a lot of people like this. They are called perma bears for a reason. They have a mental glitch, and they're always pessimistic, and they always expect the world to end. And as Elon Musk says, it's better to be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right, which is so true. But when you look at all the data that I'll get to, it's very difficult to be so pessimistic.